Hi everybody, well we're here today with Wayne Robinson, also known as Rocket to everybody that knows him. Rocket, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So we just we wanted to kind of dig into your program and your past a little bit. You've brought a lot of horses to the Western Bloodstock sales and done real well there. A lot of your horses have gone on to to get a great record in the show pen. And you're one of the guys that doesn't bring a whole lot of quantity, but the quality you bring sure leaves a lasting impression with the people that have seen your colts and bought your colts there at the sale. So I thought we'd kind of go back a little bit. Tell us, you're obviously from Australia. Where were you born?
I was born in a little town called Texas in Queensland.
Texas, Queensland.
Texas, Queensland.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of ironic you ended up in Texas.
Yeah, it is. Funny story.
Yeah. So, did you grow up on a farm or?
No, I grew up that's a little town. My dad was a builder, and when I was about 6 years old, he bought me a pony. Yeah. And that's what started it.
Got you hooked from there.
Yeah. He wouldn't let me have a motorbike. He said it was too dangerous. Too dangerous.
Oh
yeah.
Was the pony broke?
Not really.
Not really.
But anyway, it was a good pony though. I won a lot of ribbons on that in the pony club.
Did you?
Yeah, I was state champ on that barrel racer, New South Wales state champ, 8 and under 10 on that pony.
Really?
Yeah, I used to like to go fast.
Still do?
Yeah, nothing much changed. So.
For sure. How did you transition from that then, like going through high school and stuff? Where did you go? Where did you take the next step with the horses?
Well, when I was 13, my dad seen, I was interested in that, and he was working on a station there. He was a builder, and there was an old racehorse trainer there, an old racehorse trainer. And I started on school holidays breaking in thoroughbreds with him. Yep. And riding track work. And that's where it started. Looking back, that old man took care of me. Yeah. And he taught me some basics, fundamentals. He used to talk about some of these guys. He said he knew the Woodses. He was an old he said, boy, he said there's a lot of good buck jump riders out there, but he said not many can get their confidence. Yeah. I didn't know what he said at the time. Right. But I do now.
It sunk in.
Yeah, it took a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that old man, he lived till he was 96. Last time I was home, in 13, 14, I seen him. Yeah. Man, it was good.
Really?
96 when he died.
Wow.
Yeah, but anyway, that's where I started. And he gave me a found. Then I went to Ag College in Emerald, did the horse program, the cattle program through there. Yeah. Then I got a job with Rossi Clark in Scone, breaking in. I used to get 15 breakers every 3 weeks and shoe them.
Really?
Yeah. Then I went on the road roving. Then I worked for Theo Hill, and that got me started. Theo Hill and Richard Bull. And that kind of got me, that's how I got into the cutting and doing all that.
Got into the quarter horses?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. And the camp, Theo Hill got me into the camp drafting. Yeah. Won a little bit there, rode some nice horses in that. Yeah. Theo Hill got me introduced to Ray Hunt, and that's how I ended up in the States.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So before you came over here, you showed cutters in Australia?
No,
you
never rode a cutter, no.
Okay,
no,
right.
Camp drafters.
Camp drafters
yeah,
only, right.
Camp drafters,
so you came over here and you came to work for Ray Hunt in 91? 92?
Yeah, 92. Yeah,
92?
Yeah. He was doing a clinic there, colt starting clinic with Theo, and he was there, and there was a few snakes in them. Yeah. Anyway, they didn't want to get on them, and Theo said, "I've got a boy that'll get on them." Yeah. And that's where Ray and I went, and come on over with him.
Yeah, yeah. So how long did you spend with Ray?
Well, he didn't want me to start. I couldn't wait to get here. He did. Yeah. He could. And anyway, I got on a plane. And Richard Bull got me a job with Roy Carter. Oh, yeah. So I flew over here. I remember him telling me, he said, where do I come to? Because I'd never been to a major city in my country. Right. And I had to fly into Dallas, Fort Worth. I said, Dallas who? Like I knew Dallas from the TV show, you know what I'm saying? Fort Worth, never heard of the place, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I flew into Dallas, Fort Worth. Yeah. Roy picked me up. Anyway, I spent 6 months with Roy, and Roy at that time was big. I think he had like 70 odd horses in work. He was big, you know. And then I was 6 months with him, and then Ray was ready for me because Ray was going to have a sale, and I flew out to New Mexico, and I worked for Ray for 6 months there, and they had a sale there at the Dead Horse Ranch in New Mexico. Yep. Yeah. And then I come home for 12 months, worked for Theo Hill, Richard Bull. I top price Dolby sale that year on a mare. I can't think of the year, but then I came back and worked for Ray. I worked for Ray on and off over the years. Always went back. Yeah. Always, yeah. Just I'd leave and come back. I'd leave and come back. Yeah. So,
Well, I mean,
yeah.
for those of us that know you pretty well over the years, I mean, you know, you can't have a conversation with you without Ray Hunt's
Oh, mate.
name being mentioned,
Yeah.
and you know, and I know he's one of your biggest mentors, and you learn so much, and you know, and I think is that because you went on to do some clinics over here, you've travelled the country, you've done some colt starting clinics, you know, you've taught a lot of horsemanship, and that's, you can see that that's, you know, that's a big part of your program, the horsemanship side of it, obviously. You know, how did you transition into that side, like where you started going out and doing clinics?
Well, I just had some, I had some people ask me would I do it,
Yeah,
you know, and I said, sure, I like helping kids.
yeah,
I really do, you know. I just, you know, help some kids go through, and not go through some of the stuff that I went through,
yeah,
you know.
yeah, yeah.
You
Try to
know,
avoid the
oh
hard
yeah,
road
yeah.
and-
You know,
yeah,
a lot of these people, they think they need to get one of these colts hot tied and pissed off and try to teach him
Yeah.
something. You don't have to,
yeah,
you know.
there's other ways.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
and a horse that will go on,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah,
Yeah. So, and then, you know, I really like, I got into the cutting, and I really like what I've seen, you know.
yeah,
Yeah, I really enjoy training horses.
yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Well, you can
yeah,
you can
yeah.
tell. You spend any
Yeah.
amount of time around you and
Yeah.
watch you work horses. That's
Yeah.
you can tell that. And,
So,
you know, and that's how did then? I mean, now, like I said, you've run some 2-year-olds through the sales over here that have gone on to do good. Tell us about some of those horses.
you know, there's been some nice horses. They did go on and win a bit,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, Catchery and
I didn't
you
put
know,
her through the
Scooter
sale. Yeah, no.
You sold her.
Oh,
You
yeah.
You started her.
Yeah,
And then you know,
Yeah.
Scooter McGavin.
yeah. Short scooting.
Short scooting.
Yeah, I trained, yeah, one, I think, I don't know, 40, 50,000 on him, I think,
Yep.
you know.
And you've had some success showing over here
Oh,
too,
yeah,
with the,
yeah,
you know, with the
yeah,
open finalists and
yeah.
the limited open finals.
Yeah, yeah, I made the finals at the fraternity 3 times.
Yep.
And yeah, I won the John Deere of it there 1 year on Catchery. Been reserve in that. I made the finals at the Bonanza 3 or 4 times.
Yep.
Tunica 3 or 4 times. Yeah, but you know, the little bit of showing I've done, yeah, I won a little bit.
You think, yeah, and
You know?
you think that's helped you, you know, with the 2-year-olds now, kind of building that foundation,
Oh, yeah.
knowing what the end
Yes,
result
yes,
needs to feel like.
yes. You know, at the start there, I was doing a lot of things on them 2-year-olds I didn't need to do.
Yep.
And then when you get to showing, and you get through a few runs and you make a final or 2 here, then there's things that you weren't putting in them 2-year-olds that you are putting in now,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
You know, so, yeah, you got to have a picture in your mind of the end result.
yeah,
And without going showing, haven't got that picture.
yeah.
And your picture changes all the time as the older you go.
And your program is very concentrated. I mean, you keep a small number of horses, you do all the work on them. What can people expect sending you a colt?
Well, I'm going to be riding it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, and I do have some help, and I'll be watching. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Yeah, you know, there won't be a guy, someone else riding it.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Um,
going to get work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it'll get worked, and I'm not. I'll tell you pretty quick what we got.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
whether I'm wasting your money or not.
Right.
You
Tell us a little bit about this colt that you've got in the sale this year. You're lot number 1. You're going to be first
Yeah.
first out of the box
Well,
on this one. It's a hottish.
yeah. Well, her grandmother. When I came over and I worked for Linda Holmes, I bought the mare off Linda, a dual ray mare. It was goes back to Highbrow's nurse, and I bought her as a yearling. Anyway, I bought her off Linda, and I finalled her at the fraternity in 05. I think I won about 55, 60,000 on her, or something like that. And I bred her to cat.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, that little mare there, she was only small, and I probably pushed her too much. She was a nice mare.
Yeah.
Pushed her. Anyway, she got a little sore on me, and I didn't really get her back together until she was about 6.
Yeah.
And I won, I don't know, 6, 7, 8,000, you know, weekend shows. And then so I bred. This is the first foal, so I bred her to hottish,
Yeah.
and this is the first foal.
Yeah.
So
You feel
yeah.
some similarities?
Yeah, yeah, and and this little mare here, I haven't pushed her like I did a mother.
No,
Back then, back then a little more pressure,
Yeah.
a little more pressure.
Sure.
You know, pressure will make you do some things that you probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
You know, probably this little mare I got this year for the sale may be the best bred and the best one I've put through.
Yeah.
She's just where she needs to be. You just got to keep adding.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, and I think, you know, your program, that's been one of the distinctions about it. There's a lot of these top trainers, the guys that show a lot, that look for you, look for your 2-year-olds. You know, they like following you. They know what they're going to get when they're going to get one of your horses.
I like to see my horses go on. Like the other day, they short scooting. You know, I don't know how old that horse is now, 20 something.
Right.
You know, and he marked 222 in the youth in the Derby.
Yeah.
I think he got second.
Yeah.
Mate, I was stoked.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
good horse.
Yeah.
Still looks like a real nice horse.
Yeah.
Real nice horse.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Catchery went on.
Yeah.
You know, Scooter McGavin. You got to put a foundation on them colts that they go on.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's not like this. It's just you know, steady progress.
Steady progress. Yeah. For sure.
You know, and I've had, you know, my 2-year-olds I've had, you know, I've had a futurity champion, I've had a non-pro reserve champion, I've had a non-pro horse of the year. You know, they're the 2-year-olds I rode when I worked for Craig down there.
Yep.
Man, there was a lot of colts I rode that year, and man, he did good in the small futurities that year after. He won the futurity.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you look back at that, it makes you believe in your program even more.
Sure.
Them horses that go, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Gives yourself some credibility.
Yeah, little bit, and then you don't. Yeah. You know, just when them horses go on, it makes you try and think that you might be on the right track.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's what it takes.
You
and,
know?
You know, you've got years of experience putting that program together. So, well, mate, want to thank you for stopping and having us out today and talking with you, and want to wish you the best with your program and your sale horse at Western Bloodstock. Be sure to check it out on PHC on our YouTube channel, or you can catch it on the westernbloodstock.com. Look for lot number 1.